Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival Exploration Mode. Today we don't really have anything on the agenda to do, so we're just going to play the game and see where that takes us. But before we do that, we are going to show you what they added in the past update. The main thing for me that I'm very happy that they added is GPS, because now that means we can go wander off and not lose our home base. In fact, we can go pretty much as far as we want and we'll know where home base is. So we'll show you how that works. So right now we're going to call this particular location home base. Well, actually I need to get into some sort of console. Here we go. We are going to press K. We're going to go to GPS, new from current position, and that will give us our coordinates. We're going to copy that to the clipboard just in case anything happens. We're going to name this particular location home base. Well, actually we're going to name it Space Base Alpha, because we may not actually make this our home base, but this will certainly be our primary base for now. So that's going to be Space Alpha, and as we go on we'll keep on naming our space bases Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, so on and so forth. So we'll have names for our bases. Description, this is just going to be, right now we are in our workshop room, so workshop area in Space Base Alpha. There we go. That should do just fine. Alright, that'll be good. So now there'll be that always there, which is really quite nice. Also, the other thing that they have added, let's take a look at it, is they have added these text panels. We're going to actually make one. So let's go up to our spaceship here. It's really good for multiplayer. Right now in single player it's not really used for much, because when you actually type in the text it doesn't actually show up on the board. I thought that maybe it might scroll across or something, but it doesn't. So we'll show you what it does though. Let's just do that. It doesn't require much. It just requires a couple of construction components, computers, and displays. And that's going to be being made very shortly. So let's go to the assembler, pick up our parts. There we go. We're just going to put the little note board inside of our space base for now. Maybe we'll use it for writing a to-do list or something like that. If you guys have any ideas for what to use it for, feel free to let us know, because we always like what you guys have to say. Alright, maybe right there. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. There we go. So how we use it, you press K, and here's your text panel. So right now it's just named text panel. We'll call it the to-do list for now. We'll let you guys see if you want to change it or not. To-do list. There we go. Name, same thing. There we go. Show text panel. So this is where you write in your stuff. If we had anything to do right now, we don't really have anything that we want to do. So if you have anything you want to add to the to-do list or something like that, feel free to let us know in the comments. But what are we going to be doing this episode? Well, the past couple episodes have been, well, the last couple episodes we had were montage episodes purely devoted to building. Last episode we said, hey, let's go exploring, and we found the thing that we already found. So let's try to just go off in one direction that we don't know where anything is and see what's there. We'll keep on using our scan mod. In fact, a lot of people said that they really like the scan mod, so we might up the radius a little bit. So we have a little bit more of a chance of finding something, but we won't go crazy with it. We won't make it our life's mission to go find awesome, well, we kind of do want to go find awesome stuff, but that's not going to be what we're going to be doing all the time. We're not going to be using it as a crutch for finding stuff. Alright, but like we said before, we're going to go to the antenna. We're going to increase it to 30,000. Maybe 35. There we go. And let's just do a scan, see if there's anything in the vicinity. Oh my lord, there's a lot. Stationary large, stationary large, stationary large, stationary huge. Oh, can't pass that up. 27,000 meters off in the distance though. Alright. Well, this is a bit of a quandary. Do we want to go to the one that's further away? I think so. It's huge. And just because of that, yes. Alright, so let's go back to the scan mod and see it is this particular one. Elevation of -9. Oh, we're almost pointed straight towards it. Elevation of -9, so a little bit down and a little bit to the right. Down and to the right. So maybe it's that little speck off in the distance. Well, let's go forward. I increased our speed again to 300 meters per second is going to be our maximum speed. Every time they mod the game or do an update, I have to change that manually, so I'll try to remember to do that on my own. But as you see, we're a lot faster than we were before, and because we don't have pistons in this ship, we don't have to worry about it flying apart, and that's still an issue. So they haven't fixed that yet. Hopefully the patch will come eventually. Alright, I'm going to turn our inertial dampeners off. We're going to drift for a while. Let's look at our scan mod again. Okay, so down a little bit and to the right a little bit still. Down a little bit to the right a little bit. Huh. Whoops, I forgot the slash. Alright, and yeah, we're getting closer to it. And a little bit up. Maybe that's it? I don't know. Oh, there's a little speck off in the distance. Maybe that's it. It'd be really huge if we can see it already. And it's not over 50,000 meters away, so we'll still be able to find Space Base Alpha also because of the GPS coordinates. We can always find our way back, which is pretty awesome. Alright, let's look at the scan one more time. Oh, it's -6 now, so it's down here-ish. I'll keep my eyes out. So that means it's not on an asteroid, which is unique, and it's not that. At least I don't think it is. Interesting. There's a flying log in space. Well, we'll call it a log. Oh, some stuff is loading in. You can tell by the frame drops. We're going to turn on our inertial dampeners because we're getting awful close. I imagine this has got to be where it is. Somewhere around here. Alright, let's do this again one more time. Okay, so we are 950 something meters away, so we're actually pretty darn close. So it's down and quite a bit to the right. In fact, it's almost behind us. So it's going to be down here-ish. Don't see it. Is that it? Maybe it is. Whatever it is, it's like it said, it's pretty huge. That's not an asteroid. That is a ship. Sweet. Oh no, wait, that is... What? There's two? No. No way. Sweet. There's two ships right next to each other. Well, this one looks like the ship we already got. Let me hop out. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, this is the ship that we already have. Sweet. Well, I guess we have two of them, but there's also... Where'd that other ship go? It's to the... space is so disorienting. I'm sure we'll find it. Because our cockpit was pointed right towards it. It's out there somewhere. But let's hook that up to our spaceship. Oh no, there it is. It's on the other side of our ship. Okay, so let's hook that up to our landing gear. And then let's go take a look at that big ship over there. This is like a 2-for-1 deal. Sweet. I guess we don't have to do any exploring for a while after we grab these things. Don't want to damage it. Oh my god. Almost thrusted it in the face, which would have been bad. So let's go this way. Oop. Good. This way a little bit. I wonder if that's like an escape pod from that ship. Or maybe a fighter escort? Interesting. Well, we're gonna lock that, and you're gonna come with us. Now this thing is pretty big. I don't know if we're gonna be able to haul this with us. I thought that we were gonna find a station. I really thought we were gonna find a station, but it looks like we found something else. Because I wouldn't have mind I wouldn't have mind finding a station because, well, you know, we could use it as our own, as a small little base. But this thing is huge. Is it made out of small ship blocks? It almost looks like it is. Well, oh, there's a merge block right there. So, looks like it's meant to connect to something. There's connectors all up in this thing, too. Got plenty of uranium, got some miscellaneous cargo, a lot of cargo containers, got some nickel in there, which is nice. Bunch of uranium. There's nothing in the reactors. One thing we gotta look at, are there any pistons in it? Cookie Monster. Interesting. That looks like that's the antenna. That's something. Blast doors. Yep, there's gotta be pistons in here. Passenger. Yep, there's a bunch of pistons in here, so we're gonna have to be careful if we take this back so that it doesn't, you know, explode. Yeah, it's definitely made out of small ship parts. There's the fighter cockpit. Interesting. This thing's like a behemoth. Well, let's go inside and find out what's what. Oop, and there's a battery that powers this thing. Interesting. Well, it looks like there's a button. Please don't blow up when we press it. Probably have to turn everything on first, so button panel. Anyone can use. Let's transfer all of this to me. Thank you very much. Transfer to me. We'll do that with the other ship too, before I forget. Mining transport off in the distance. Pff, who cares? We got this awesome thing. Got 2 fighters now. Not that we really need them, but the other one we broke off a Gatling cannon on, so. Control panel. Well, I'm gonna have to go inside of it. I will take all of your stuff belong to me. There we go. Success so far. It's a pretty swanky looking ship. Can't believe I said that word. Anyhow, let's press... Actually, we need to turn on some stuff. Blast doors. Well, where are the large... Oh, there's large reactors in this. Large reactor, toggle block on, toggle block on, toggle block on. Alright. And it opens. Sweet! It's like a passenger ship, except a small ship. I don't suppose why you couldn't do this. Probably would require less resources, actually, to make something out of... Yeah, you couldn't put gravity generators on it, though. I suppose that's one thing. So then you have some sort of control panel up here. Not sure what the button panel does. Nothing. I don't think it's actually keyed to anything. There's a camera there. Cool. Then we go through this little hallway. We have engineering. Looks like it's... We also have our cockpit. A cockpit. Wow, what a view. But that's still a cockpit nonetheless. And in here looks like there's just some storage. The cockpit where you fly everything from looks like it's up top. So let's go up top and take a gander. Alright, let's close it back up. Yeah, we're not gonna... This is gonna be hard to drag back. We might actually just fly this back. I don't see why we couldn't. We could leave this here and then we could fly via jetpack. Oh man, that'd be a long journey. But I'd probably do that off screen for you guys. Okay, well, let's see. How does this... Well... Are there any gyroscopes on? There's 6 gyroscopes. No wonder this thing doesn't move. It's not moving at all. Oh, it's like an escape pod. Ah, that's what this is. Let me turn this thing on then. Did I? Yes, I broke it off, didn't I? Wow. Well, that's cool, but this certainly isn't how you fly the ship then. Oh, there's something in... Oh. I'm gonna have to go back in here and see if I can... There are no reactors on right now, so I'll go to control panel. Are there any reactors at all in this thing? No. Okay, so that's a design flaw. Well, we might leave the ship out here just drifting for now. Nobody's gonna take it, and we know where it is. We're gonna come back with the necessary materials to put a reactor on this thing so we can attach it back the way it should be. Maybe. Can I just turn on the merge block, perhaps? I don't think I'll be able to do that because there's no power. Yeah. Yep. What does Cookie Monster do? Oh, that's just the name they give their antennas. Interesting. Speaking of which, there's something that this ship can do. I saw that in the control panel. It's whatever this is. So let's toggle it, see what it does. Oh, yes. It's got deployable rocket pods. Not saying that it'd be very effective, but it's got deployable rocket pods. What more do you want? Looks like there's one on that side. Anything on the bottom? Nothing on the bottom. And stuff on the side. There's no way I'm going to cannibalize this ship. This is way too cool. However, we have to make it back to our base, and we're not going to be able to take this with us, unfortunately. We just do not have the material. I should have probably put some stuff in that cargo container in there. Yeah, we have nothing to help us unless I want to cannibalize my own ship. I suppose I could cannibalize this ship and part of its small reactor, wherever that small reactor might be hiding. But I don't know where that is. Ooh, is that it? Nope, that's the... Oh, there's more missile launchers on the top. Oh, those are Gatling cannons on the top. It's a pretty awesome looking ship. Yep. I don't know where that small reactor was hiding. It's probably hidden somewhere. Or maybe it's in plain sight. That could be as well. Well, let's go back inside of this ship, see if we can find that small reactor. If we can find it, we will grind it off. We'll put it on that, and we'll merge that back together. We'll grind off the reactor, and we'll put it back, and we'll fly this ship back home. Because this is a small ship, the antenna is... will only... Oh yeah, there's a nuclear reactor, okay. Will only transmit, what is it, 5,000 meters? It won't transmit the 50,000 meters we need to be able to see it back at home base. I will take you, thank you very much. Yoink. And... yoink. Okay, so, that was a little bit easier than I thought. Didn't require any searching. Didn't have to grind through any blocks that we didn't need to destroy. Alright. Now where can we put this that won't make it look absolutely hideous? Well, right here wouldn't be a bad spot. Okay, that'll be just fine. We'll grab ourselves a small reactor. There we go. Throw in some uranium. Is it powered? It's powered. Alright, let's merge you. We're merged. And can we fly this thing as one now? Yes, we can. Sweet. Alright. I do have to worry about the pistons breaking off if we travel at a high velocity, so we're gonna gently bring you back to Space Base Alpha. In fact, I'm just gonna cut to the point that we do, or if something interesting happens, like the pistons decide to take a walk off of my spacecraft, then we'll show you that. But right now, we're going to, at a decently slow speed, probably less than 100 meters per second, we are going to just gradually, actually, you know what? Turn the inertial dampeners off, control panel. We're going to reverse U so that they are smaller. The pistons are smaller. Because the smaller the pistons, the less issues they have. Right now they're all retracted. The doors are open, which means the pistons are retracted. And the Gatling cannon doors and missile launcher doors are open, which means they're retracted. So hopefully we won't run into any issues. But right now, I'm going to meet you back when we're back at our base. See you guys back in a bit. Alright, it went without incident, and we are approaching Space Base Alpha. And there's our ship way off in the distance. We'll have to get that some other time, probably off screen. Anyhow, I've come to the conclusion that the scan size, when it says large, huge, small, medium, that has to do with how many blocks are in the ship, not necessarily its physical size, because I've come across stations in my own private adventures that are physically much larger than this, but they probably have less blocks in it, because, you know, this is all made out of small blocks, so it technically has more blocks to it, so it's going to come up as a huge ship, despite the fact it's going to be smaller than certainly our home base ship, Voyager, and it's probably only about as big as our small little base that we built. So that's why the ship is only, or most ships are only large ships. It's because if they're made out of large blocks, they're actually could be physically much larger than the other ships that are, say, large. Like that ship back there, the fighter craft, despite the fact it says it's large, it's only large because it's made out of quite a few number of blocks. So, alright, we're making it back to our base. No piston problems, which is really quite nice. Maybe they did do something. However, we actually weren't going that fast, so it's entirely possible that they didn't either. Alright, well, that means we're going to have to find places to put all this stuff eventually, but this is one ship that we are not going to grind away because it is way too sweet. Just the way it looks. I don't care. Also, there's not really much in terms of components. I mean, there are a lot of components in this, but because they're all small ship blocks, if we were to build a big ship, it actually isn't that much. Uh-oh. Keep on getting this really, really big lag spike right around here, which means 40,000 meters away, which is my draw distance, there is a big ship. A very big ship, so in fact, oh, I'm so tempted to just bump my scan radius up. But I don't know if I should do that or not. Anyhow, there's the awesome ship. I don't know if I should turn on the antenna. Well, I'm gonna park it a little bit closer, and then we'll leave it sit. We won't turn on the antenna or anything. Alright, we'll park you right here. Let's see, how big are you actually in comparison to my station? Okay, yeah, it's still pretty big, but I've seen bigger. However, as far as small ships go, it's pretty gigantic. Right. Let's see, you're just sitting here. It has 174 days of power left to it, so we don't really have to worry about running out or anything. And now we can actually go exploring the rest of this ship, things that we didn't really realize about it, such as all these connectors are obviously going to be connected to the large cargo containers. There's got to be other ships that connect to this, or other things that connect to this. They're out there somewhere. Interesting. Let's go in here and let's take out all the stuff that we could use for ourselves. Large reactor, we're going to leave the uranium in there. We'll take this, that. Anything else in here? Yes, there's 500 nickel. We'll take the rest of these components. And that's it. We could fill up the Gatling cannons and stuff if we wanted to. This would make a nice light cruiser. It's fairly agile. It has decent armament. However, once you fire those 4 shots from all of those missile launchers, you gotta reload them all by hand. So I'm not sure how well it would work. Probably not the greatest, but yeah, we could give it a shot sometime. Alright. I would say that was a pretty fruitful effort. Let's throw this in here and it will be refined automatically, and we'll throw this in here and it will just sit. Don't really need any medical components for the time being. Small steel tubes, throw you there, throw you there, and some ore detector components. Well, let's throw you there so you're frying a little bit quicker. Alright. Well, that was pretty awesome. You know what? I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to go fly back to that. I'm going to use just my little space person. I'm going to fill up on energy first before we do that. Actually, you know what? I could fly out in this ship, and then we'll dock it to the other landing gear. Hey, hey! Alright, well, I'm going to still do that off screen, though, so I don't have to travel there for the 5-minute voyage that it does take. So I will see you guys back when we are there. Alright, here we are. We are rapidly approaching our scout vessel. We are going to dock to it, and then we are going to head back home with our newly acquired identical spacecraft to this, except for the fact that it still has its Gatling cannon that isn't broken off. So I guess that means we can permanently have one of these ships inside of our Voyager craft. And that wouldn't be bad at all. Let's zoom in. We'll dock this one by hand. Landing gear to landing gear, how about that? And lock. Well, lock. Nope, not quite in proximity yet. Now it's in proximity. We'll lock that one, and then we'll lock the other one just to make sure it's not going anywhere. Alright, let's get in here. Proximity. Both are locked. And don't go too fast turning, otherwise we'll tear them off. Uh-oh, we forgot to turn off the inertial dampeners on this ship, and it's going to want to fight us all the way there, so I'm going to actually turn it off. Turn off the flight systems on this guy. So control panel, whoops, I'm going to actually have to go inside of it, that's right. Flight systems on, off. Yes, will that work? Yep, there we go. That works. So let's go back. That actually looks pretty cool. Anyhow, let's go, and once again, I will see you guys back when we're at our base. Alright folks, and we're back. Well, this ship has been fighting me the whole way. I think that has something to do with the fact that the center of mass of the ship is incredibly low, so whenever I want to thrust, it thrusts down like that. Either that or the the gyroscopes are still fighting me on the other ships, which is another very plausible explanation for this. Oh, and there's that massive ship that's somewhere off in the distance that keeps on rendering and giving us that lag spike. Either that or it's one gigantic asteroid, but I'm fairly certain it's a ship, because asteroids generally don't take that long to render, and even if they are large. Alright, so now we have 2 of these guys. Let's thrust down a little bit. Alright, actually, well, right now, because we have another landing pad, we'll keep it on our base, but in the future we'll probably take it with us if we take the Voyager anywhere. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's hop in the newly acquired craft, which is this one right here. Actually, I need to disconnect them first, so let's do that. There we go. Disconnected. We'll turn on the flight systems and land this guy. Alright. No, don't use your rockets. If anything, use your Gatling cannons, because they don't damage as much. Inertial dampeners on. We will land you at the nice big landing pad that we made. With all these ships that we're acquiring, it's nice that we have an extra landing pad. We're going to park you over here in case we get another one. We'll have room for another ship. There we go. Turn that off. Turn you off. And there we go. Sitting pretty. Now let's get the other one. We'll put it back where it belongs. And that was a nice haul for this episode. There's something floating off there. I'm going to grab it. Is that platinum? Yeah, it's platinum. Alright. Platinum's good. Grab you. Turn you on. Oh, that's right. Flight systems need to be turned on. Toggle lock on. There we go. And we're... That's funny. I'm trying to pull this ship. Come on, ship. Let's go. Urgh. Yeah, it actually doesn't do a bad job at it either. Well, for a small ship, that is. Pretty sure the big ship would still win. Just saying. Alright. Let's park you right here. There, turn you off, and let's exit. Alright, well I think that'll do it for this episode. Wow, we did a lot. It's a 2-for-1 episode this time. And remember, if you want to write anything on the to-do list, or if you want to change the purpose of this board, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. I will read them, and we'll have it for next episode. So thank you folks for watching. That'll be it for this episode. See you guys next time.